So you think you know Gilson pipettes. They've always been blue, they've always been rugged, robust, precise and accurate, and that these things never change. They're a workhorse of modern microbiology, but they have changed quite a bit. They started out as a device looking a lot like this, and today we're going to look at exactly how they've changed and all of the features and benefits you can get today. Hi, I'm Andre from the John Morris Group, and we've been a Gilson partner for over 30 years. And what I'm going to show you today is the new Gilson Pipetman L. And if you work in a micro lab, this is literally going to save your hands. The Pipetman L is an extremely unique pipette and the premium model in the Gilson manual or mechanical range. You're still guaranteed the renowned robustness and reliability and accuracy and precision of Gilson with a whole bunch of added features. Overall, the ergonomics of the pipette have been considered in the design of this pipette to improve the user experience. Firstly, the Pipetman L body has been redesigned to not only fit naturally into the hand, but it's also got this nice large hook, and this enables you to rest the pipette in your hand without gripping too tightly. And it also allows you to stretch out your hand from time to time, and the body is manufactured with a new lightweight material. Left-handed users have been thought about too. The Pipetman L has an adjustable tip ejector, which means it's perfect for those who are left-handed or have varying hand sizes. You just need to rotate the ejector to the most comfortable position to you. When it comes to pipetting, we all want to know we're pipetting accurately and precisely, and that our volumes aren't accidentally changed whilst we're underway. So how does it work? Well, what you do is you engage your adjustment knob and then you change your volumes. So let's go down to say 195 or 180. And then when we're finished, lock it into place. And now no matter how much I turn, no matter what I do, the volume doesn't change. If we compare that to the classic, we can adjust it up here, down to the 180. And the way that it's actually kept in place is by a dual mechanism. Firstly, this rotates here on the top so that any lateral friction right here is accounted for. And secondly, you've got quite an amount of friction along here so that it's not easy to actually change the position. Either way, this gives you a good deal of security, but it's not a lockable position. One of the unique things about the Pipetman L over the previous models is that the piston height doesn't change with the setting, so you don't have to worry about reaching up to a really high place with your thumb. You also have the choice between traditional or plastic tip ejectors. On this particular pipette, we actually have the metal tip ejector. The next thing I wanted to have a look at was the pipetting force. Now, one of the common ways that we actually show this in the field is to put the two of them side by side and show how much easier it is to push the L versus the classic. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to set up a little bit more of a scientific experiment for you to show you how much less the force is inside of here and what that practically means to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to load both pistons into a tip like so, and we're going to measure the force that it takes to compress the piston within it. So let's load it up and see how we go. Leave the backlight on. And so we're measuring here in newtons. And what we'll do is we'll find the end point, and then once we find the end point, we'll back off to get a stable reading. So roughly 15.5 newtons for the classic pipette assembly. Let's compare that to the Pipetman L piston assembly. Wow, 5.5. That's a significant difference between the two pipetting forces. So what we're going to do now is we're going to compare the various weights of the classic against the L, because when you're holding these pipettes over a long period of time, weight really matters. So here goes. Right, so the Pipetman Classic here weighs almost 109 grams. Let's compare that to the Pipetman L with a metal tip ejector. So that's 87 grams. So that's just over 20 grams or over 20% less. You'll also notice this 2D barcode for GLP. And what that means is you can absolutely track and trace this pipette, if you choose, throughout all the experiments and its journey through your laboratory. Notice also the metal tip ejector with the nice little handles. And what that enables you to do is to get a nice grip right here. To take the tip ejector off, click to the left and disengage. One of the other things I'd really like to show you is how well the Gilson tips actually fit the Gilson pipettes. And the great way to demonstrate this is to actually put a tip on and then hold the pipette by the tip itself. So here we go. To put a tip on, quarter turn, hold it upside down, and away you go. Look at that. Now, of course, you should never turn your pipettes upside down in the laboratory. The reason for this is because liquids can actually roll back into the piston assembly. But this demonstrates quite clearly exactly how good that seal actually is. And to demonstrate that ejection from here, and away you go. Now, I'm not trying to say the Pipetman Classic isn't a great pipette. If you need the most rugged and still precise and accurate pipette on the market, the Classic is it, hands down. There's nothing built like this particular product. You can drop it and pick it up and keep going. But if ergonomics, accuracy and precision is really your thing, I'd like to encourage you to take a look at the new Gilson Pipetman L. We think it's a fabulous pipette and it's really ideal for those people who do pipetting all day. So if you've got any questions about Gilson or indeed about pipetting in general, please ask your question below and our specialists will get right back to you. In fact, if there's anything from our range you'd love us to shoot a how-to video on or a bit of a review video on, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like our channel and bye for now.